For those of you who are not aware of who I am not Teacher Cat. My name is Teacher Coco. Those of you who have not met me before, my name is Teacher Coco. I also teach here at MathsLive. The only difference is that I'm the grade 10 teacher at MathsLive. I'm a grade 10 teacher. All right, so I teach grade 10. So once you guys are done with grade 9 and you come over to Big People Maths, you guys are going to bump into me when you get to grade 10. Okay, and I'm hoping that because you guys are doing all these nice, lovely extra lessons, you're not going to move to Maths, but you're going to stay on Maths Core and come and hang out with me at Maths Core next year. And I'll be waiting for you guys with bated breath. So I hope we're all ready for that. All right, let's see if you guys know how to use your reactions. Can everybody give me a thumbs up? Are we ready to work? Are we ready to go with it? Oh, lovely. Cool stuff. And I need someone to teach me how this whole, like sometimes they like blow up on the screen. I don't know how that happens. And I'm hoping that there's like a trick to it and I need to find out how it's done. Okay, all right, let's get into today's lesson. Today we're going to be talking about hire purchase. Let me see, you guys can raise hands if you want. How many of you guys have heard the word hire purchase before? That word, hire purchase. You can give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if you haven't. Bukhali says yes. Somebody named Conlog, and I feel like I've seen this name before. I don't know who Conlog is. I've seen this name before. Do me, I see your hand is up. Is that supposed to be like a thumbs up? Okay, I'm going to assume it's a thumbs up because your hand is now done. Okay, Bonang says also no. All right, that's fine because we're going to start at the very beginning. Now, hire purchase is kind of more of a grade 10 concept than it is a grade 9 concept. But we're going to start it in grade 9 anyway because you're already going to learn about it either way, and it's quite simple. Right, so let's talk about the definition of hire purchase. So hire purchase is a short-term loan. Household appliances and furniture are often bought on hire purchase. Right. The buyer signs an agreement with the seller to pay a specified amount per month. The interest paid on a hire purchase loan is simple interest. We always calculate hire purchase on simple interest, and it is calculated on the full value of the loan over the repayment period. Normally, a deposit is paid initially, and the balance is paid over a short time period. The buyer will be required to pay the total interest charged on the loan, even if the loan can be paid off in a shorter time period. And grade 9s, I don't know if I have to tell you this. That was a lot of words. Oh yes, Logan. Yes. Hello, Logan. Okay, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of English for a maths class for me. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're not actually going to focus on what's happening on the screen. I'm going to go a little bit of a different way to get to the thing that we're actually talking about today, which is hire purchase. So I am going to buy my nephew. Surprisingly, his birthday is on the 31st. So next week, Wednesday, it's my nephew's birthday. And I'm going to buy my nephew a PS5 because he's always wanted one. Right. So I'm going to buy my nephew a PS5, but unfortunately, guys, I'm not a very rich person. Hey, I only earn a teacher's salary. So I can't really afford to buy the whole PS5 full cash because PS5s are quite expensive. PS5s cost something like, these days, they cost about 11,999, something like that. Okay, so they cost quite a bit. All right. They cost quite a bit. Now, I can't afford 12,000 Rand outright. It's not going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into maybe, let's say, Incredible Connection, and I'm going to ask to get my PS5 on HP, which stands for hire purchase. We call it HP. All right. So, so HP means that the Incredible Connection or wherever I'm buying it, they're going to allow me to buy this thing and pay it off in tiny little installments. So I'm going to take the PS5 home, but I'm going to sign an agreement that says every single month that I have to pay them a certain amount of money. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing this. I'm going to say to them, I can give you maybe 15% of the money that it's going to cost for the PS5. So I'm going to put down a deposit as a sign of good faith to show that I actually do want to pay you guys back. I'm going to give you 15% of what I owe you. So I'm going to ask you grade 9s. You're going to find me 15% on your calculators, 15% of 11,999. Now, what does of? Who can tell me what does of in mathematics mean? Do we know what of means? Anybody heard of in maths? That's correct. Do me, lovely. Of means times. Okay, so we're going to go to our calculators and we're going to put in 15% times 11,999. Now, we know that sometimes we don't know where to find that percentage sign on our calculator, but 15%, and percentage is calculated out of 100. So we're going to change this to 15 over 100 of 11,999 times 11,999. Okay, so let's calculate for that. And Bukhale and Bongo Musa have already given me the answer. Beautiful. So 15% of this is going to be 1,799 and 85 cents. 799 and 85 cents. So I've now paid this much of my PS5. That's how much I've paid them for my PS5 so far. Right. So I don't owe them 11,999 anymore. How much do I owe them? How am I going to figure out how much I still owe them? I don't owe them 12,000 anymore. What am I going to do to figure out how much I owe them now? Yes, correct, Bukhale. We're going to subtract. We're going to subtract that from how much I would originally have paid. So we're going to take 11,999 and we're going to minus how much I've already paid, 1,799,85. So somebody find me the answer there. 11,999 minus 1,799. Okay, 10,199 and 15 cents. Good. So we're going to get 10,199 and 15 cents. All right. So that's actually how much I owe them. But don't mistake Incredible Connection for just any other business, guys. They need to make a profit. They need to make a profit. So they tell me even though the PS5 costs 11,999, we are still going to charge you interest because you're not paying for it up front. So they tell me we're going to charge you 8% interest. We're going to charge you 8% interest because you're paying it over time instead of paying it once off. Now, let me just see again. Can you guys use your reactions for me? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do we know the the formula for simple interest? And I'm sure you guys have done it with Teacher Cat. Have we done it? Okay, I'm seeing quite a few thumbs up. Right, so I know that the formula for simple interest is A is equal to the principal amount, the accumulated equals the principal of 1 plus the interest rate, or I can say the rate over 100 because the interest rate is percentage, and we're going to multiply that by n, the number of months. Okay, so Incredible Connection says you're going to have to pay off this balance. You're going to have to pay off the balance, this 10,199 Rand and 15 cents. You're going to have to pay it off over 24 months. We want you to pay it back over 24 months, right? But now if I look at my formula, I know that this n isn't actually in months, that n is in years. So if they tell me that I need to pay it off in 24 months, how many years is that going to be, grade 9s? How many years is 24 months? 2 years, correct. Yes, Tumiani Nomta, lovely. It's 2 years. So we're going to take the amount that we owe them. We're going to take this 10,199 and we're going to give it an 8% interest over 2 years so we can see how much we actually owe in Credible Connection. Right, so we're going to put this into the formula. We're going to say A is equal to 10,199 and 15 cents. We're going to open brackets. 1 plus, now our interest rate is 8%, but I know that percentage is calculated over 100, so I'm going to go 8 over 100 times the number of years, 24 months, so I'm going to put times 2. And then they're going to give me a new amount that I'm going to pay off over those 2 years. Can you guys put that into your calculator for me, please? And tell me how much we're going to get. And don't forget the brackets. The brackets are very important. All right. Let's put that into our calculator, grade 9s, and find an answer. And you can pop your answer in the chat when you're ready. All right, Bukhali's got an answer for me. Lovely. Okay, so let me see if Bukhali's answer looks like my answer. 11,800. Oh, okay, so I didn't get 96. I'm not sure about the 96 part of it. That's the one. I got Bongu Musa's one. My answer is Bongu Musa's one, except at the end of Bongu Musa's one, I've got comma 014 and not just comma 14. Okay, so Bukhali, can we check again? Just make sure you didn't put it to the power of 2. You've just put it times 2. Okay, so if we put that into a calculator, we're going to get 11,831 comma 014. But I know that because it's money, I don't need 3 decimals. I only need 2 decimals when I'm calculating money. So this here is going to just be comma 01. All right, it's not, yes. Okay, not to the power of 2 times 2, my darling. All right, good. But this is how much I'm going to pay. I need to now pay them 11,831 Rand and 1 cent. How long do I need, or how long do I have to pay it? How long have they given me to pay it back? Well done, Cheza. That's the correct answer. How long do I have to pay back this 11,831? 2 years, but I'm not paying it, do me remember, I'm not paying it over 1 year, half of it over 1 year and half of it over another year. How am I paying it? I'm paying it monthly, right? So how many months do I have to pay it off in? How many months? 24, correct. So I'm going to take this amount that I have over here and I'm going to divide it by 24. All right, let's divide this 11,831 by 24 to see how much I'd have to pay every single month to pay it off. How much would I have to pay? Good, 492 Rand. And, well, in this case, actually, it's going to be 493. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why it's 493. Because if my number says 492, 9589, now I know that my decimals would cut off there, right? So 8 would change this. Oh, I'm lying. It's actually 96. Sorry, it's 96. This 8 will change 5 to 6. So my amount that I will pay back every month is 492 Rand and 96 cents. So I'm going to pay this much every month for 24 months. and then I would have paid off the PS5 after 2 years. All right, thumbs up. Does everybody understand what ma'am has explained here? Are we okay with this? Lovely. Okay, good stuff. Now, I want us to just run through the rule or the steps that we took one more time. Ratile, I'm seeing you give me a thumbs down, and I'm hoping maybe the next example is going to help us out to kind of understand this. But I want us to go through the steps. Let's go ahead and remember the steps that we went through. And oh, there are the questions. Oh, my goodness. I was about to say, what happened? Where did all the questions go? All right. So let's go through the steps very, very quickly. Right. So we said, step number 1, they're going to give us an amount and we're going to calculate for a deposit. Okay. Calculate the deposit. So they'll say you first have to pay 10% of the whole thing. So let's say you're buying a fridge for 9,000 Rand. They're going to say, before you can take the fridge, you need to pay us 10% of 9,000 Rand. So we start by calculating the deposit. But now you've already paid the deposit, right? Ooh, look at what I'm doing. You've already paid the deposit. So step number 2 is going to be to subtract the deposit from original. Subtract the deposit from the original amount. So if 10% of 9,000 is 900, I now need to take 9,000 minus 900. All right, so subtract deposit from original, right? But wherever I'm buying this fridge, they need to make a profit from allowing me to buy this on hire purchase and paying it off over a couple of years. So we're going to use the simple interest formula. A is equal to P1 plus our interest rate, R over 100. Remember, our interest rate is whatever percentage they give us, times N, which is the number of years. And whatever answer we get there, we're going to divide by the number of months. By the number of months. So if I'm paying it over 1 year, that's going to be divided by 12, over 2 years divided by 24, over 3 years divided by 36. All right. And then remember, guys, this P value that we get over here is whatever answer we got from doing number 2. That's the P value. After we've taken the original minus the deposit, that's the P value that we put into the formula. Thumbs up. Everybody okay with the steps? If you need, take a quick screenshot of what ma'am has written on the screen to make sure that we don't forget it, because we're about to put it to use. Okay. All right, lovely. Okay, let's get into an example. Here's our first example. It says, Claire buys furniture. Oh, and they've done us a solid and given us the steps 1, 2, 3. Right. Claire buys furniture to the value of 35,000 Rand. So that's the original amount, 35,000 Rand. And then it says she pays a 15% cash. I told you they were going to ask you guys for a deposit. There it is. We're going to pay 15% deposit, right? From there, and then they say she signs a hire purchase agreement. So after that, she signs an agreement that says that she will pay the rest off, right? The interest rate is 13% per annum, and she pays off the loan over 3 years. Now, remember, guys, she can't pay it off once. We know that she's going to be paying it off monthly. So if it's 3 years, how many months are we looking at in 3 years? How many months is that? That's it, Lunomta. Lovely, do me. Excellent. It's 36 months. So we know that at the end there, when we have to divide by the number of months, we're going to divide by 36. All right. So this already tells us this is 36 months. All right. And let me gauge. Let me see if we understand exactly how to do this. All right. If I had to calculate the value of the deposit, what am I doing? Does anybody want to unmute for me and tell me, when I calculate the value of the deposit, what kind of operation are we doing? Let's see if you guys remember what ma'am did. Anybody? Somebody remember the rules? Let me just grab my charger. Multiplication, yes, but be a little bit more specific. Let's be a little bit more specific to me. What are we multiplying? How are we multiplying it? What does the question say that it wants from us? Sorry, I'm just plugging in my charger before my laptop dies. Right. Let's have a look up top again. Remember, guys, the answer is always in the wording and the words that they've given us. They've said she pays a 15% cash deposit. So how are we going to calculate for the deposit? Correct, do me, that's it. We're going to find the percentage. So we know we need to calculate 15% of 35,000 Rand. All right, so let's go ahead and write there 2.1, 2.1, 15% of 35,000 Rand. Find me an answer, please, grade 9s. Okay, find me an answer. Remember, 15% is the same as 15 over 100, and pop your answers in the chat when you have. I didn't even finish my sentence, guys. I didn't finish my sentence. Okay, 15 over 100 times 35, 1, 2, 3. Right, good. So we know that the deposit that Claire pays is 5,250 Rand. Okay, now it says, hence, determine the amount that Claire borrows. So if she's already paid off to 5,250, how much does she still owe? How are we going to figure out how much she's still borrowing? What's the next step? Not yet, Dumi. We've skipped a step. That's it. That's the one, Bukhali. Lovely. We're going to subtract first to find out how much she's borrowed. Okay, so first we must subtract and then do the simple interest formula. All right, so we're going to take 35,000, 35, 1, 2, 3, minus how much she's already paid, 5,250. How much are we going to get there? Good. 29,750. Good. So 29,750. Now, this value goes into our simple interest formula. What part of our simple interest formula does this 29,750? What does it represent? The A, the P, the R, the N, what part does it represent? Correct. It represents the P. Okay, it represents the P. So we're going to put that into the formula. Now let's quickly go back to the top. How much interest are they charging her on this? They're going to charge her 13% interest. Ooh, what a ripoff. That's a lot of interest. Okay, so we're going to put this into the formula. We're going to say A is equal to 29,750, open brackets, 1 plus our R is our interest rate, so 13 over 100 times N is the number of years, so that is times 3. Let's put that into a calculator and get an answer for me, please. All right, let's see. Oh, Bukhali, you're on fire today. You and Dumi are just making the pots to happen. Good. So this now becomes 41,352 and 5. But because it's money, I can't just leave it as 5. I need to add a 0 for 50 cents. Remember, guys, money always goes to 2 decimal places. That's it, Bongo Musa, correct, 50 cents. Now, 2.3 now says 2.3, what will the amount of her, what will the amount of her monthly installment be? So now we want the monthly installment. So what is the last step we need to do? The last thing we need to do now? Who can remember? If I owe 41,000, that's it. Correct to me. That's it, Linomta. That's it, Bukhale. On fire, guys. Well done. We're going to take 41,000 and we're going to divide it by the number of months. So 41,352 and 50 cents divided by 36. And that will give us what do we get? 7,71. I'm not sure about that answer to me. That's the one. I think Butlali's one is a little bit, because 41,350 shouldn't give us 7 rand and 71 cents. Do me maybe check again. Make sure we're checking again. Okay. Make sure you're doing it right. So 1,148,68. Remember, it's money. So this is 1,148 rand and 68 cents. And grade 9s, they're not going to tell you that you need to give them just 2 decimals. This is something that you need to know. It's a need to know. You must know that money is calculated in rands and only 2 decimal places for cents. All right, thumbs up. Are we all okay? Everybody understand how we did this? Lovely stuff. I'm going to give you guys an example to try on your own. I'm not going to try it for you. Okay, all right. I'm going to drop it on the screen and you guys are going to give it a try. Here's the next one. Okay. All right. I actually want to let's quickly look at this particular question together. I want someone to tell me what is missing from this question. Let's read the question very, very carefully. Per annum and per year means the same thing, Butlali. So we still do have per annum. It's actually just per year. Yes, to me. Whoop, whoop. There's no deposit. So do we need to do that step 1 part that we normally would have to do? No, we don't need to do that 15% of something. We don't need to do that because in this particular question, they don't ask for a deposit. So we're not going to start at step 1 in this question. We're going to start at step 2. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Not step 2, step 3. Give me a thumbs up. Does everybody understand what ma'am is saying? Yes, lovely. So instead of us having to find 10% of 1,000, we're just going to go straight into A equals, because the question says, calculate the total amount of money that Jürgen will have to pay. So we're going to start immediately at A equals P, open brackets, 1 plus R over 100 times N. All right, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. When you're ready, you can put any other question that you would, or any emoji you would like on the screen to show me that you're done. All right, I'm going to go back for just a little bit, my darling. Ilham, be very, very quick. Be very quick. Let me know when you're done so we can go back to the question. Done. All right, lovely. Let's get started, guys. Okay, you've got about 4 minutes because this is a very easy question now that we don't have to do the first part. All right, let's go, guys. When we're ready, finish up for me. Logan, I'm seeing a crying face. Does that mean that you need help, or does that mean that you're done and that's your emoji of choice? Oh, done. Okay, that was very quick. That was so quick. Well done, though. Sure. And I underestimated how quick you guys and how awesome you guys are. And look that you guys are like completely done in less than 1 minute. So I don't know. I don't know. All right. Okay. It's giving everybody's done. So I should probably move. Okay, no, I'll give it 1 more minute. Let's give other people a chance to get there. Okay, then we'll get started. We'll keep going. All right, grade 9. Shall we have a look at the answers? Yep. Okay. So if I put this into the formula, I'm going to get A equals 1,500, and in brackets 1 plus my interest rate is 12%. So 12 over 100 times 2. And when I put that into the calculator, I should get 1,860 Rand. So this is how much Jürgen owes. That's how much money he'll pay. He'll pay 1,860 Rand. Now, if we calculate his monthly payment, right, we know that he's done it over a 2-year period. He needs to pay it back over a 2-year period. So that tells me that he needs to pay it back over 24 months, right? So I'm going to take 1,860 and divide by 24. So that means every month Jürgen will be paying 77 Rand and 50 cents. How did we do? Thumbs up. Did we do okay? Everybody get the right answer? Woo! Well done. Very nice, guys. Oh, excellent stuff. Okay, let's give you another example. I feel like this one was too easy. We must challenge you a little bit more. Let's do it. Okay, let's look at this one over here. Now, there's a lot of reading to do, so make sure that you're reading it in its entirety. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can all just make sure that we are reading it in its entirety and that we're not making any mistakes. Okay. All right, let's read together, and then I'm going to leave you guys for a few minutes to do this. All right, so it says here, Adelaide needs a printer for her new office. The cost of the printer is 15,000 Rand. Who knew printers were this expensive? Sure, 15,000 Rand is a lot. Okay, this is much too expensive for Adelaide, and I totally get Adelaide girl, I get you. 15,000 is a lot of money. Right, so she opts for a hire purchase agreement whereby she will have to pay a deposit. Ooh, now we're seeing the word again, deposit of 15% of the cost and pay back the balance plus 18%. Oh, that's a lot of interest per annum, simple interest by means of monthly payments over a period of 5 years. Okay. Adelaide works out that she can afford the deposit and can manage to pay a maximum of 500 Rand per month. So that's all that Adelaide can pay every month. Will she be able to afford the deal? Now, give me a thumbs up. Do we all understand what we're going to have to do in this particular question? Yes? Bukhali says yes. What about everyone else? Kale Ham says yes. Logan says yes. Dumi, yes. Fani, yes. Linomta, yes. All right. So I'm going to give you guys some time. This one is going to take a little bit longer than the one before. So I am going to give you 5 minutes. Okay. And when you're ready, you can either pop an emoji in the chat or you can use the reaction emojis on the screen. All right. Take it away, grade 9s. Oh, okay, Ilham. Remember, you need to be very careful. Okay, do you see how on the screen they've given us two different percentages? Okay. Look at the one that they've given us specifically for the deposit. Which one is for the deposit? 15 or 18? 15, right? So at the beginning, we need to take 15 divided by 100 times 15,000. And then take that amount, and when we put it into the simple interest formula, then we use the other percentage. Okay, so we just need to make sure that we're blocking them off together so that we don't use the wrong percentage in the wrong place. Okay. All right, but it's all good. We're going to get to the answer. All right, let's look at the answer. Okay, let's go back to the very beginning. So we're going to start with, okay, lovely. So you must always look for the one, if it says deposit of 15%, that's the one that we calculate first. That's the one we use first, the deposit of 15% first. All right, so let's start at the beginning, grade 9s. We're going to start by calculating our percentage or our deposit, right? So we're going to take 15%, so 15 over 100, step 1, of 15,000. And that's going to give us 2,250 Rand. Now, I know that that's how much I've already paid. So I need to take 15,000 minus 2,250. And that will give me 12,750 Rand. Now, this 12,700, oh, that looks like 17,000. Let's fix that. Yeah, here we go. Try again. 12,750 Rand. Now, this amount becomes our new P value in our calculation, but now our interest now, calculated over simple interest, is 18%. So that's the percentage we're going to use in the formula. So step 3 is we're going to use the formula A equals 12,750, open brackets, 1 plus 18%. That's going to be 18 over 100 times by 5. And if I put that into my calculator, I should get 24,225 Rand. So that's how much Adelaide owes in the next 5 years. But she's paying it back monthly. She's going to make monthly payments. So step 4, we need to take 24,225 and we must divide it by the number of months there are in 5 years. By the way, grade 9s, how many months are there in 5 years? 60. Good. So we're going to take this and we're going to divide it by 65 years, 60 months. Right. So 24,250 divided by 60 will give us 403.75. Now, remember, guys, these are just the steps that we took. We still need to answer the question because the question actually says, will she be able to afford the deal? The answer is yes. Yes, she'll be able to afford the deal. So if you don't write the yes, you also lose a mark because you need to give them an answer. Will she be able to afford the deal or no? Yes, she will be able to. All right. How did we do? Thumbs up. Did we get it? Thumbs down. Bongo Musa, well done. Well done, Cheza. Nice one. Yeah. Whew, it just like blows up and I love it. It looks so lovely. Well done, Logan. Well done, Ilham. Nice, Tando. Excellent. See, guys, we just need to follow. Trust the process, and we'll get there. All right. Let me see. I'm wondering if Teacher Cat doesn't maybe have a brain break for us. Oh, guys, there's no brain break today. I'm so sorry. Okay. Should we do a very quick short brain break? Are we up for that? Okay, lovely. I'm going to drop something on the screen and I want to see if you guys can tell me what these things actually mean. All right, let me go here. Go to the very top. All right, so I wonder how many of you guys have heard of rebus puzzles? Who knows what a rebus puzzle is? I'm going to move over to the side. Have we heard of rebus puzzles before? Anybody? No? No. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example of a rebus puzzle. I'm going to drop it on the screen here quickly. Paste it. No, I don't want to do that. No, let's just... There it is. Come on. Okay, I needed to finish loading. All right, so this is a rebus puzzle, right? So if you look at what we are looking at in this particular picture here, right? What word are we looking at over here? What does the word say? Ongumusa, tell me, what does the word say?
The word means hour.
Hour, correct. But do you see how Bongumusa, there's a smiley face where the U is going to be?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can say that the face is what? What kind of feeling is it giving us? A what feeling?
A happy face.
A happy feeling. Good. So we can say that this is actually happy hour. So we're kind of interpreting the picture so that it gives us a word. Are you seeing what I mean, Bongumusa?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely. Okay, do you want to try another one with me? Can I give you another one?
No
Yes?
problem.
All right, yes, let's try another one. Let's try this one. Let's go here. I'm going to put it down here. I hope it sticks. Don't move. There we go. There's the next one. What do you think this one is trying to say?
No, this one is tough.
Just think about it. So what are you seeing? Let's talk about what you're seeing.
The word secret.
Good. It's like secret, secret, secret. And what else is there on the screen?
R.
An R. Well, it's an arrow, right? And where is it pointing to? Where? To which secret?
Mm,
The one at the what? That's it. Andile's got it. Is it at the bottom? Is it in the middle? Where is it?
It's at the top.
It's at the top. So what do you think it's trying to say? It's a top
Secret.
top secret. That's it. Top secret. Well done, Bongusa. That's the one. Okay. Okay, so we've just got to think outside the box. All right. Well done. Good job. All right. Anybody else want to try one with me? Hands up. Anybody else? Wukali. All right. Wukali, let's try another one together. Okay, and then Ilham and Radile, we can try another one, and then we're gonna have to call it, guys. Otherwise, we're gonna run out of time. Okay. Let me put this one on the screen. Wukali, tell me what this one is trying to say. What's this one trying to say?
I am not sure, ma'am.
Okay, think about it. What is it saying? What are we seeing?
We see forget it, ma'am.
Yes, correct. The answer is forget.
Forget it.
Forget it. So the word is actually forget it. Look at that. You got it and you weren't even trying. Well done. Very nice. Oh, and you were like, I don't understand. And then you just stumbled across the answer. Well done. Nicely done, Bukali. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna ask, can I ask Teacher Kat to add some of these for you guys in her lessons, and then you guys can keep trying them because they're really cool. They get your mind working in a different type of way. Okay, and they're really nice ones. I like these. I like these. All right. Okay. I don't want us to run out of time because I want us to do one more question and then we're going to call it a night because it is quiz night. So I'm going to put one last question on the screen and then we're going to call it a night after that. All right. Here's your next example. All right, so it says here, the cash price of a washing machine is 6,000 rands. Bianca buys the washing machine on a hire purchase agreement instead of paying cash. She has a 5% deposit. So do you see how the deposit and the 5% are together? So that's what we're going to use for the deposit part, and agrees to pay the remaining balance in equal monthly installments over 2 years. Now we know that 2 years is the same as 24 months. We know that, and I'm just going to give you guys the answer there. All right, and then it says interest is 42%. Haibo, she mustn't buy this machine. Oh, that's a lot of interest. 42%. Woo. Okay, 42% per year. Can I leave this one to you, grade 9s, for 3 minutes? I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to answer this one. Okay, quick. Oh, Ilham and Logan and Bukale, that was super fast, like super fast. Really good at this. I think Linomta has done as well. Yo, guys, amazing. Hi, guys. So all the time that I think I should give you guys, I think I'm just going to cut it in half. So if I thought I was going to give you guys 4 minutes, I must just be like 2 minutes, because clearly you guys are going to finish. You're going to finish in time. All right, let's look at the answer for this one. All right, we're going to remember our steps, grade 9. So we're going to start with calculating for 5% of 6,000. So 5% of 6,000 is the same as 5 over 100 times 6,000. And that should give us a deposit of 300 Rand. That's our deposit. That's step 1, finding the deposit. Step 2 is we need to subtract the deposit from the original, because we've already paid the deposit. We can't pay 6,000 again. We need to pay what's left. So we're going to take 6,000 Rand minus the deposit of 300, and that will give us 5,700 Rand. Then step 3, we're going to take our new p-value, which is 5,700 Rand, and we're going to put it into the simple interest formula. So A equals 5,700 multiplied by 1 plus our interest rate for the washing machine is 42%. 42 over 100 times the number of years, which is 2 years. If we put that into a calculator, we should get 5700, 1 plus 42. And by the way, guys, this is a ripoff. You should never, ever buy a washing machine that is going to charge you 42% interest, because how, guys, wow. Imagine so the washing machine costs 6,000 Rand, but you end up paying 10,000 Rand back, 10,488 Rand, but the washing machine itself was only 6,000 Rand, and you've already paid a deposit. That's insane. All right, and then step number 4, we're going to take 10,488 and we're going to divide by the number of months, which is 24. Right, and that should give us 437 Rand. And that's how much we get. How many of you guys got the right answer there?